Well, fellers, I got a new project. I got this no-name hatchet at the thrift store for $13, and she needs some work, but that's half the fun of it. Uh, Really bad stub toe. Not going to be able to show that fantastic from this angle. Not to mention the blade just being serrated, basically. Rusty. Got a little pit right in there. I don't think that's anything. I'm not going to worry too much about it. The paw's pretty nice. There's a little roll here, but I think largely I'm just going to ignore that. Mostly just clean up the rust and the edge. As I said, no name, but there's bits of red paint right above my thumb there. And then there's a couple of places with green paint, so she may have been either one of those. There's another one over here somewhere. But yeah, lots of problems with this thing. We're just gonna tear her down and try and make something new out of it. First thing though, we're gonna take this handle off because that's junk, as you may have seen already. Yeah, that's not gonna work. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can just. Oh, come on. Well, nearly, but yeah. Hatchets aren't supposed to do that. Neither are axes, so I'm gonna try and get that off first thing. Let me see if I can just. Nope. So she fits up good at the bottom. That's interesting, at least. What have I got here? There we go. All she needed was a little tap. There she is. Everything in the eye looks decent. Rusty, but decent. I guess this old handle will go in the scrap bucket. Pull the wedges out here and give them to my brothers. They do this a lot more often than me, so they'll have the use of those. So next, I'm gonna clean up and see what we got. I'm going to just use some of the old weapons grade oil there and knock everything off of it with a brush of some description. I've got some for the inside of the eye here. Rub everything off the outside here. Take her down to base patina. And I know that word's going to trigger some people, but with an axe or a knife, you need to have something there to protect the metal. So I'm going to get rid of all this little surface rust, paint, muck that's gotten all over it for goodness knows how long. Take it down to its base patina, and we'll go from there. So basically, what we're going to do is just... Got that more places than I meant to. Probably isn't the best brush for this, but this is just a nylon brush, but let's give her a shot. I don't think that's going to work as well as I was hoping. But that's why we do these things, and that's why I've got a YouTube channel. If at first you don't succeed, resort to Quadot steel wool. Yeah, that's a little bit better. But you really don't want to remove everything. You just want to get rid of that surface oxidation. And get her back down to the patina that's underneath. That way she's got protection when you're using her out in the woods or leaving her in the back of your car or whatever have you. Knives are the same way. that's looking a little bit better. She's going to be dark. But hey, I don't mind. I don't mind a little dark. And all we're doing with this WD-40 is using it as lubricant and letting it break all this rusty crud up. Make sure I'm still in frame for you here. Let me come back this way. But we are just tearing that rust up now. Quad-Ot would be my recommendation for doing any of this stuff. Not too abrasive. Just right to knock some of this crud off. I'm not going to worry about the edge, or the bit rather, as much, because I'm going to have to go through and file that down. So might as well just roll with it. I laid, there it is, paper towel down. She might come out brighter than I was thinking. She's going to look good. That will be almost looking like forged, hand-forged stuff, where they get that black oil burnt color on the outside. I will make a proper hatchet out of this yet. Not bad at all. She's got some fairly heavy pitting in there now that I've gotten all that gunk pulled off, but nothing major, just visual stuff. I don't give a much of a crap about that. I think I'm gonna like that that finish she's gonna have, that dark color stuff. That's gonna look good. Let's get the other side now. So right now, I'm just getting some rough spots I noticed when I was looking at this a little bit earlier. I had to take a break and play IT support for a minute. And in the meantime, this dried and let me get a real good look at what was still not quite right on it. But I think I've just about got this side done. There's going to be a little spot in there that's not going to be perfect, but, well, nothing about this axe is going to be perfect, and that's why I like it. I'll hit her just a little bit more. Yeah, and that WD-40 is not coming out very dirty anymore, so I'm pretty well getting the last of this stuff on this side. I'll need to get into the nail puller on the other side a little bit, and then I'm going to hit the top and bottom again. There's a little spot on the other side. Other than that, that needs it. And then cleaning out the inside of the eye is going to be a bit of a pain, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. And there's where we are right now. Let me see if you can... There we go. Man, let me tell you, the tripod I'm using for this sucks. It's some cheapo Walmart thing. So, please bear with any grand faux pas against cinematography I'm committing here. Yeah, there's one spot there, and then get into that nail puller, and I'll be done with the sides, I think. Probably helped out a little liquid persuasion in there. But we're getting close now. So here we are. I think that turned out pretty dang well. There's still a couple of rough spots. The inside of the eye is, well, it's doing its own thing. There's a little bit there. There's some gunk in that big old chunk out right there, and then just a couple of places on the top and bottom. Still got some of that paint, but that's fine. I'm fine with leaving that. This red paint looks kind of funky, though. I'm not going to be able to get it on the camera, though, probably. But there's like it looks like a topo map almost. You can kind of see it there, the sort of black stripes going through it. And then there's a rough spot or two in the nail nick there, but overall that's a decent little hatchet. Not a straight line on it nearly. The eye's not very centered on the walls there. This was definitely just something cheap, roughed out in some factory years and years and years ago. But it's still probably better than any modern equivalent. So I might call that there for tonight. But next I'll be fixing that stub toe and putting a new edge on this. So you'll see that in just a second. So, I know I said I'd get right back to this, but it's been like 6 million weeks. Ignoring that. I think I'm actually going to wait and sharpen this until after I've got a handle on it. But I want to just come back and correct a couple of things I said wrong before I finish this video. This actually really isn't that bad stubbed, if at all, because technically a stub toe means this top part is further behind than the back part here, and I think that's pretty well even. It just needs to be reground. And then something I did not know when I filmed the cleaning of this originally, WD-40 is lightly corrosive. Now for this application it was fine, but I figure I warn you guys about that before you start, I don't know, spraying people down with WD-40. But I think this head is done, other than the grinding. So next I'm going to get a handle on this, and we will go from there. It shouldn't be much more than that. Handle and the bit. So there will be a part 2 to this, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this part up. It's getting into like 10-20 minute long video range. Longest I've got on my channel, so let's not waste any more time. This is Gingy. I will see you in the next one.